Can't believe my father sent someone to keep an eye on me and protect me. Oh, does he really believe me to be so defenseless? Anyway, forgive my bad temper. Did you want to talk about something?
I won't bother you.
The next time we talk, it'll have to be over a drink. Here we are, off the coast of the proud city. The
You're back. What can we do for you?
Sybil, do you have a request for the prince?
You're quite right, my darling. Uncle, I request your official protection.
My dear Sybil, I find you submerged in agitation today. You who are usually such a ray of sunshine. Whatever makes you think that you're in need of my official protection? Could it be that someone pushed one of their infamous farces a tad too close to the sinister or macabre?
Something like that, yes. It just so happens that hired assassins have been after me, and now also my companions for the last few months. And I'm afraid that despite my talent for foiling nefarious plots and the exemplary courage of my companions, they might very well succeed in their endeavor. Someone has placed a bounty on my head, and you know better than anyone what that means.
Quite right, my poor little dove. Nothing would please me more than to officially proclaim that you are not only my most beloved niece, but that you are also under my protection.
However...
Ah, you read me like a book. Come now, certain concerns merit more secrecy than others.
We will follow you.
There, we'll have a little tranquility here.
What sinister service are you preparing to ask of us in exchange for your protection?
Come now, Sybil. Your imagination runs wild. It's nothing out of the ordinary. I've grown accustomed to it. But I fear that this time I might leave a few feathers. I'm almost certain that it concerns one of my mistresses. I could eliminate both of them, but your aunt, as you may not know, is a dreadful bore. Oh well, find the guilty party, discover what's brewing, thwart the nefarious conspiracy, and I'll be happy to offer my official...
We shall take care of...
Marvelous. But I imagine...
How did you ever come to suspect your concubines? Excuse me, your mistresses.
Several of my personal documents started disappearing. Nothing incredibly sensitive, but that began to arouse my suspicions. And quite recently, one of my spies at the Dorsays reported that a woman from my entourage had approached them. My wife is... let's simply say that she is inoffensive. And I trust my daughter Aurelia blindly. I don't have any other women in my inner circle other than my two favorites, making my deduction quite simple.
Why entrust this mission to us?
Well, because my dear niece asked me to.
No, forgive me. That is not what I was wondering. There must be other people more adept at investigating the lives of your concubines.
I would like this affair to be kept under wraps. The slightest sign of weakness, and I am done. My dear little Sybil will say nothing because she needs me. And the same is true for you as well, if you ever want to see your homeland again.
Why not offer your niece your protection immediately? She could be killed while attempting to get to the bottom of your troublesome affair.
She has you with her. Make sure that she survives until then. As for the rest, I believe that most people need incentives to better carry out their missions.
We shall begin immediately.
Well, if you have no other questions on the matter, let's return.
Yes? What do you want?
We would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Do you know to whom you're speaking? I am one of the prince's favorites, not some domestic servant that you can bother at will.
We know very well who you are, miss, and it is precisely for that reason that we would like to speak with you.
I recognize you now. You are that group of adventurers whose expedition to Tir Fredi the prince has decided to finance. And you're a de Vespe as well.
Sybil de Vespe, the prince's niece, at your service.
Very well. I'm all ears. But please be brief.
How long have you been the prince's favorite?
For 2 years. I am currently the mistress who has been with him the longest.
The one who survived the longest, you mean?
That is true. There were others before me, but alas, they are no longer of this world. Unfortunate accidents. Tragic. Why are you asking me all of these questions? They are putting me ill at ease, I admit.
What do you think about the prince's court?
If I thought ill of it, I would no longer be here. Everything carries on marvelously. I do not know what you hope to hear me say.
That it's a nest of vipers and assassins where one risks death at the slightest misstep every single day.
You must have left the court long ago, Lady de Vespe, because I assure you that today, your description is quite inaccurate. You have quite the imagination. Now, if you would excuse me, all these questions tire me, and I have much to do. I wish you a good day.
This woman avoids the simplest of questions with the slippery agility of an eel. I'm ready to swear that we hold before us our traitor.
She's hiding something, but how could you blame her? I wouldn't want to accuse her of anything without proof.
I agree. We need to be absolutely certain.
The prince's favorites have rooms in the palace. We need to visit hers. I hope we'll find some proof there that can confirm our suspicions. Our dear favorite has something in mind. She just hasn't yet carried out her plan.
We should verify for ourselves if this infamous secret office exists, and take a peek at what may be kept there.
Oh, I am very certain that it exists. This is not the first time I've heard talk of it. And I am in complete agreement. We should search it. We could wait here until midnight strikes its bell, so that we might search for the location of this infamous secret office. It's time. If we want to discover what Velusa was looking for, we must go to the throne room now.
I wonder how many cadavers he's hiding in his infamous secret office.
I don't see any furniture that could be hiding a door. I wonder where it could be.
If we're to believe Velusa's diary...
Ugh, I can't do it. I can't do anything with this. I don't see how we could use this. There, look! It's opened.
Let's quickly search this office. I have a feeling that my uncle has a great deal to hide.
What's amazing about the nobility is their capacity to constantly stoop to new levels of indignity. Your uncle is a fine example.
Yes. If this agreement were to be revealed, the only course of action would be to abdicate, and quickly. No one in the congregation would forgive him for having thought to sell out his neighbors simply to gain support against the Dorsays.
What the... How did you get in here?
We followed your instructions. They were rather precise.
And so you read my diary? I would have done better to burn it. I beg you not to reveal to the prince what you've learned. He'll have me killed.
That's a fact. But why did he want to betray him? I can understand that being the favorite of my uncle would be unpleasant. But from there to wanting to provoke his downfall...
Because he would have eventually had me killed. I could tell that he was beginning to become bored with me, and when that happens, we simply disappear. As for me, I just wanted to survive, to use the secrets he keeps to buy my protection, just like your parents did for you.
What are you saying?
You didn't know. Here, read this letter. Perhaps you'll be less eager to denounce me after reading it.
This resembles my mother's handwriting. How is this possible?
I was thinking to myself that your uncle is a little too affectionate. I'm sorry, Sybil. This is truly horrible.
If I were the prince, I'd be sleeping with one eye open.
I would like nothing more than to post this letter on a public board, revealing to all his perfidious corruption.
Sybil, are you all right?
Yes. Forgive my sudden silence, but the letter from my parents has upset me. I didn't expect such despicable infamy. To the point that I'm wondering if we shouldn't return the document in question to my uncle. I know that he is financing our expedition, and that we will have to return to him and invent something concerning his favorite. But I believe that I would be better off seeking the protection of the D'Orsays. I am certain that they would grant it if they were given such a document.
I understand your sentiment, and I share it. The D'Orsays seem to be the preferred protectors by far.
Oh well. We can think it over on the way.
I hate to be a killjoy, and believe me, I would love to send this horrid villain to an early grave. But the prince is financing our expedition. We are going to have to tell him something.
You're back! What can we do for you?
As you asked, we have undertaken an investigation of your favorites.
And? Were you able to identify which one is preparing to betray me?
I am sorry to inform you that Volusa is the woman who has decided to betray you.
Belusa? I knew it. Do you have proof of what you're telling me?
We found a diary in which she naively detailed her plans. It consisted simply of stealing sensitive documents in order to buy protection from the D'Orsays.
It was extremely imprudent of her to write it all down on paper. Now that I have proof of her treachery, I can take action. The minx disappeared this morning. Your investigation must have worried her and she fled. But it's of little import. The hired assassins will find her. That said, it would seem that she had the time to steal a document of great importance from my desk. If you are not able to return it to me quickly, I must consider that you have failed your mission, and our little agreement no longer holds. You will have to assure the protection of my dear niece yourself.
I can assure you that we are going to do everything in our power to recover this document.
Hurry. I would be sorry to hear that some...
If your highness permit...
As you will.
Dear friends, what a pleasure to see you again. Do you wish to discuss something?
We've come here to ask for the official protection of House d'Orsay for our friend Sybil.
For Lady de Vespe? Why not seek an audience with our own family, seeing as how you are already
While we were investigating for them in hopes of receiving protection from the prince, we stumbled...
That's putting it lightly, sir. After becoming familiar with its contents, it seemed difficult to continue to give my uncle our trust.
Consider my curiosity piqued. But first of all, would you mind explaining to me why you seek official protection in the first place?
It so happens that hired assassins have been hunting us for quite some time. Someone has placed a bounty on my head.
Really? I understand your concern. And it is certain that protection from the Prince d'Orsay would curb their enthusiasm. If the document you're referring to is as shocking as you say, I am sure that we will come to an agreement. But your uncle, on the other hand, will not take this kindly. I imagine that you are well aware.
Sybil, this concerns your protection as well as your family's. What do you want to do?
Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you letting me make this decision. After reading the letter from my parents, I must admit that the more I distance myself from the de Vespes, the better I feel.
Here you are. This is the document in question.
Let me have a look. The prince has completely lost his mind. How could he even consider such a contract? If this were revealed, he'd be finished. As for us, we have something to keep him on a short leash until the end of his reign. Thank you, young people. The Prince d'Orsay will be informed immediately of your loyal service. You may consider his protection acquired.
Thank you, Sir d'Argenton.
You can rest easy, Sybil. The d'Orsays honor their word, and they never abandon those who have worked for them.
We'll leave you to your work.
If it's of no inconvenience to you, I would like to pay a visit to my parents. There are things I need to discuss with them.
Holidays with the family must really be something. I'm a guard, not a tour guide.
de Vesp.
It was then that Madame de Cluse, you know, the one whose son is involved in... May the Enlightened forgive me. Is that...
Sybil, my child.
Father, Mother, allow me to present my friends. I met them there, and they have shown themselves to be marvelous
My child, I am so happy to see you. We had heard that you had What happened? You seem troubled and you've lost weight.
Let her take a breath now. Come on, my little darling. Tell us, what happened?
Not long after my arrival in Alima, I was the victim of several assassination attempts.
Oh,
There was
my
no
dear.
doubt that hired assassins
poor
were on my
child.
trail. And then one of my friends contacted me. She needed help. So I decided to help and left Alima with her, hoping to lose the assassins on my journey. Alas, despite our meandering adventures and the arduous voyages we embarked upon, we were still frequently under attack. That led me to seek the protection of a prince. And while we were carrying out a mission to obtain it, I was given this letter.
What is in it?
It's a letter that you sent to my uncle, begging him to send me to Alima, rather than taking me as a concubine.
I remember that letter all too well.
It broke our heart to send you so far away from us. But we were not going to allow your uncle to lay a filthy hand.
I understand that entirely, of course. But were there not other solutions than exiling me? I found myself completely alone, constantly under attack by bands of hired assassins.
It would have certainly been safer to find a solution that didn't require sending your daughter alone to a foreign...
Forgive me, but you are foreigners. You don't know our family. You have no...
I had hoped that you would never read this letter. That you would never learn to what degree of deprivation your uncle had fought. At the same time, I am relieved that you now know why we sent you so far away. You can certainly blame us for the danger. And you know that my heart breaks because of all you suffered. But never would I have allowed that disgusting beast who shares our blood to make of you.
May the Enlightened forgive me. I believe I would have preferred killing him, even if it meant that...
I was forced to ask for official protection from the Prince d'Orsay. There is no doubt that my uncle...
Who cares what he thinks? You did the right thing. We don't have the highest opinion of the daughter.
You need to be careful from now on. We have no clue who is after me. Being now under protection...
Let them come. I could show them what happens when someone dares to attack me.
Your mother is right. Don't worry.
We need to be going now. My friends and I still have much to do.
Take care of yourself, Sybil.
Goodbye. Let's go, my friends. We should leave before tears...
Ugh, I can't do it.
the arid shores of Tynea. Perfect timing. Alma told me she'd finished translating my mother. I don't have all the details. Unfortunately, her message was but she told me that the reason my mother, Estrella, died in that storm was after she had to sink a ship on my father's orders, just off the coast.
I'm sorry, Alvida.
Yes. It breaks my heart to think that my mother kept... I want to understand. I want to know why my father gave such a... Knots are not pirates. Our ships are armed, but they're armed to fight. There had to be something aboard that ship to justify sinking it. I'd like to go back to Esquiara to try to track down that ship. And I'd like you to come...
All right. Let's go back to Esquiara and find...
Thank you. I'm glad you're coming.
I won't bother you any longer.
The next time we talk... Here's the coast. We'll find...
The weather's nice today, isn't it?
Greetings.
Hello. I'm done for the day. I'm finally going to be able to go and join my friends at the tavern.
Move along. I don't talk to foreigners.
Happy to see you again.
Yes. Do you speak our language? Oh, you're back.
Do you happen to know anything about a ship that was wrecked not far from this village?
It happened a few years ago. A rather large cargo ship sailing up and down the coast sank, not far from here.
No. Sorry. I don't recall hearing anything about that.
We will take our leave. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello. Do you live in this village?
Yes, I was born here, I grew up here, and as you can see, I'm still here. I'd have a hard time living anywhere else. Why, are you thinking of moving here? Look,
Have you heard anything about a shipwreck in the vicinity?
you're gonna need to be more precise, child. Shipwreck?
We're speaking about a ship transporting merchandise along these coasts that must have wrecked a few years ago.
Now that you speak about it, that does ring a bell.
The storm without clouds?
It was night time, and we heard thunder several times, so loud that many woke to it. The next day, we found the wreckage of a large ship at the bottom of the cliffs. Bodies, too, poor folk.
I doubt it was due to...
Really?
We shall leave.
Have a night.
Pieces of a crate. Impossible to know what was in it. They've been destroyed.
It's been a long time. The elements or the villagers took everything that could have given us answers.
It looks like a cloth from a banner or a torn flag.
Those are the colors of the Alliance. This ship must have belonged to them. This ship must have contained something extremely precious to have merited such an attack. I would have liked to have found a clue telling us what it could be.
I'm not casting any stones. These poor villagers get by however they can. But it's true they likely help themselves to the wreckage debris.
You are right. It's quite common to recover gifts from the sea. We should go and talk to them.
You're back? Oh, still not interested in our beautiful shores?
We went and saw the wreckage at the bottom of the cliffs, and it seems like it was pillaged.
Oh, soldiers and nuts came around back then. They searched everywhere and took the bodies too. They couldn't leave them there.
But I know from experience that the local inhabitants are always the first to arrive on the coast after a wreck. Either to bring assistance to the survivors, or carry away the gifts from the sea. Do you know if that happened this time as well?
I went to see if there were survivors, of course, and I didn't find any. As for the merchandise, the ship must have been empty. I took some wood for the fireplace, but that's all.
We shall leave. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
You again? What else do you want?
What do you know about the wreck that's north of the village?
Not much. It's been there for a long time. Back then, a lot of soldiers, even some Nauts, came poking around.
Poking around? What do you mean?
They go snooping around, asking everyone questions. They were investigating, they said. But it seemed like they were looking for something.
We shall leave now.
That's it.
Hello? How can I help you? Are you lost?
We were told that villagers recovered quite a few things after the shipwreck that took place a few years ago. Did you take anything?
That must have taken place before I settled here. I never heard anyone speak of a shipwreck. So to be sure, I didn't take anything from it.
What do you know about the shipwreck located at the foot of the cliffs, near the village?
A shipwreck, you say? Really? I never noticed that there was one there.
Goodbye.
This woman is too nervous. And her answers made no sense. She is hiding something from us.
We spooked her. She might very well make a mistake. We need only keep an eye on her.
Here, we'll have a great vantage point to observe the movements of our suspect. She's coming from the town. We should follow her.
Is there someone there?
How unlucky she's escaped us. The only thing left to do is to search the area. She can't have gotten far.
Completely ruined.
Poor woman. She was killed while she was digging for something. Why did she have to flee from us like that? I find this hard to believe. My father wouldn't order the destruction of a ship transporting a diplomat. Why would he have been working against a chance at peace? My father can be vain, but he's not a warmonger. And to imagine that he brought my mother into this. Now I understand our despair.
Don't you think it's a little early to be accusing your father? There must be factors unknown to us at present.
Perhaps, yes. Even if what these documents spell out seems all too clear. Thank you for accompanying me and your support in this investigation. I couldn't have done it without you. Now I am going to need some time to think all this over. I'm sorry. I'm still processing what we've learned. The thought that my father could have given such an order is deeply painful to me.
Forgive my question, but how do relationships between knots work? I'm thinking of your Admiral father and your Captain mother. They couldn't have been together very often.
It's true that relationships with a knot are not easy. We are at sea, sometimes for months. And when on different ships, it complicates things even more. Some take lovers at every port or among the crew. Others remain faithful. Love is a strange thing. And when it's true, neither time nor distance can shake it. At least in my opinion. What would you do if you fell in love with one of us?
I think I would try to spend as much time as possible with my loved one. Maybe I'd even try to join their crew. Life can be short. We must enjoy every moment of it and love what it offers us.
That's exactly what I think too.
I won't bother you any longer.
The next time we talk,
How dare my uncle imagine, even for a moment, that I could become his concubine? That lecherous and misguided old man. Ugh. And to think that my parents wanted to protect his reputation by keeping his sick fantasies from me.
Will you have to follow the family tradition and marry a nobleman?
Actually, I have already been engaged several times. I was 6 years old the first time, and my betrothed was 12. The poor angel died of a childhood illness a few months later. The second time, I was 10. That time, they found me an old baron. He was over 60 years old, can you imagine? Fortunately for me, death snatched him sooner than he expected. Finally, before I was sent to Alima, my parents wanted to betroth me to a young man from a very good family. But my uncle opposed their wishes. At the time, I didn't understand why.
Nothing can stop your family from finding you a new betrothed. What would you do if they did?
Today, I love my freedom and independence too much to let anyone decide my future. To hell with tradition and family fortune. If I marry someone, it will be my own choice.
Goodbye.
See you later, Doc.
So, what do you need today? So, what do you need?
These are the arch.
Sir Francis's mission in Al-Sad will take a few days. No doubt we can occupy ourselves with something edifying until then.
I'm sure we'll find something to do in the meantime.
I'm happy to see you again.
The pleasure is ours, Your Excellence. Where is Saren? Should we wait for her?
I'm sure she'll be here soon. How have you been?
Busy. We sail for Tiefredi soon.
Indeed. Wonderful. What did I miss while I was in Al-Sad?
When the general attacked Eskiara, a sage performed a protection ritual. She turned into a giant creature. We call them guardians. We discovered what had become of her. She'd been captured, taken to a secret cave.
Intriguing.
The general had his scientists cut her apart to study her. The people we freed told us scientists had been torturing a prisoner.
How abhorrent. Do you know what they planned?
They took her to a place near the border, between the congregation and Dutton. She was to attack the Empire. My people and the congregation would be blamed.
By Her Majesty's grace.
We managed to overcome this Guardian and ensured their camp was dismantled.
The Imperial Ambassador was with us. She saw it all.
If he had succeeded, the continent would have been plunged into chaos. Good thing you stopped it. I'll have our informants listen for reports of giant creatures.
We met people in Perenne. Cardinal Pius, Prince de Vespe, the d'Orsay's ambassador.
Be wary of the Father Cardinal. And not just because our countries are at war. He's a dangerous man.
The Prince agreed to finance our journey, in exchange for a few services.
You must be impatient to see your island again.
How did it go? Did you present our proof of Karnaz's plot to the Assembly?
Yes, and they were appalled. But they are still debating the best way to respond. It might be weeks before they take a decision. It could come too late.
You told us as much. So we've prepared an expedition to warn them.
That won't be enough. You must also take an inoculation to them, to keep them from falling ill. I've spoken with the researchers at the university about this treatment.
The treatment we got on the ship. Why we lived, but Shada died.
Precisely. The doctors on the continent have a remedy that makes it harmless. Go see Helise. She has everything you'll need to treat your people.
Thank you, Your Excellence. We should get going.
My, time seems to fly when speaking. I'm a bit concerned that Zeren...
Do you think she's in trouble?
That is a
Thank you. They nearly killed me.
I'm relieved to see you are well, Zeren. Please, come inside. We have matters to discuss.
Hold on a second. One of these mercenaries was careless enough to carry his orders with him.
Let me see that. Indeed. There appears to be a price on your head, my dear Lady Zeren. Someone knew we were to meet in secret.
That's impossible. How could anyone have known about this?
I took the utmost precaution in regards to this meeting. Not even the embassy was aware of it.
This altercation is sure to draw unwanted attention. If someone wants me dead, it's too risky for me to stay here. I'm very sorry, but I have to go. I'll try to get to the bottom of this.
I understand. I also would like to know where this contract came from. Goodbye, milady. I believe now is a good time to bid you farewell also. Thank you for coming, my friends. Now, I must get back to my work.
It was nice to speak with you, Sir Francis, as always. May the winds ever carry you.
You know, there's something fishy about the orders the soldier had. We should look into it.
I agree, it's strange. But we don't have time for that.
Hello. Hello, everyone. How can we help you?
Sir Francis told us you could help us take a remedy for smallpox back to our people on Tir Fradi to protect them from Kornaz's plan.
Yes, he spoke to me. I've prepared a batch of vaccine samples you can replicate and use to inoculate your people. The university has agreed to allow me to teach you how.
Oh, thank you. That's an immense relief.
It's the right thing to do. But to make sure your people are protected, you'll need to inoculate as much of the population as possible. You'll need to teach others how to perform the technique I'm going to teach you. And you must ensure that your people accept this remedy.
I'm sure we'll be able to. This remedy isn't that different from some of our rituals. They'll accept it.
Come. I'll show you how it's done. I'm impressed. You really seem to have mastered the technique. You'll have no trouble teaching others how to perform these inoculations.
It's not really that different from the remedies our people use. The only thing that changes is the tools that are employed.
That's right. I'd almost forgotten you're a healer yourself. In any case, have no fear. I'll have the vaccine samples delivered to your ship as soon as possible.
Thank you, Halis, from the bottom of my heart. You're living proof that not all Renoixe are bad. We'll leave you to your research.
Goodbye. Please feel free to come back.
I want you to know how guilty I feel. I was hoping to find help and support from someone I greatly respect. Some people are frightfully venal. It's shock.
I need to go.
Of course.
lost.
Thank you. We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
This hollow in the ground reminds me of the places we bury contraband. We'd need a shovel to see what's buried there.
Be quiet. We don't want... We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
destination.
Hello. Are you the person who was to join us on our trip to Tir Fradee?
Indeed. I shall be in charge of the goods on your ship, and selling them once we arrive on your island. The Prince de Vesp made sure that we had all the necessary authorizations and funding. We can leave as soon as you are ready. Remember, the trip is very long. I suggest you finish any business you may have here before leaving.
We're ready to set sail.
In that case, let's get to the port as soon as possible.
What is it, Milan? I thought you would be happy to return to Tir Fradee.
I must leave you here. You know that I would like to see our island again. But you've seen the tragic situation our people are confronted with in these lands. I must stay here with them.
Would you like us to remain here for a little longer?
No, and you know that's not possible. Your mission cannot be delayed any longer. You must warn our people of the lurking danger. Go, bring this vaccine to the Tiarna and our chief. We shall meet again, if the winds are in our favor.
Wa awelem seg, Aniloin.
Instantly recognizable. You're home at last.
You seem troubled, my friend. Almost worried. Is something wrong?
The wind that carried me here forgot to tell me that my land had changed so much.
Stop where you are! What are you doing here? This is Bridge Alliance territory and foreigners are subject to strict controls.
I'm not a foreigner. I was born on this island and my village is close by.
I don't care. These lands no longer belong to you. Alliance lands, Alliance rules.
And any attempted smuggling will be severely punished.
I told you I was born here. If you think I'm going to let a few guards stop me from going home, you're mistaken.
These savages are all the same. Come on, lads! We'll show them! Let's show them what we're made of!
No! No! Oh, what happened? Why is everything burnt?
I'm sorry, my friend. Your village was apparently attacked. I hope your people are all right.
Brigid! Dead and abandoned without even a funeral. I can't believe it. She was our chief's wife. She fashioned jewelry like no other. She always made... No! I'm here! No! What have they done to you?
It's despicable. How could they slaughter an entire village like that? I'm so sorry.
It's Virgil. May the earth welcome you, my friend. Oh, I hope Congobar is still alive. Even if he must be heartbroken. Brian. He was my friend, Shada's father. I was afraid I'd have to inform him of what happened to his daughter. Oh, Enon Milfrictimen, have you forsaken us? How could this have happened? Does all this destruction have something to do with our kidnapping?
I'm truly sorry, my child. And what I'm about to suggest isn't going to make things easier. But if you want answers, I'm afraid the only way to get them is to go to the nearby fort.
You? I'll be. I wasn't expecting that. The entire world thought you were dead. What are you doing here? What do you want?
An explanation. We went all the way to my village, and we found only ashes. Ruins and corpses.
What do you want me to tell you? Your people started a war and they paid the price. Believe me, I did everything to avoid the conflict. For months, I was careful to maintain good relations with your village. And then one day, Minan, someone who I considered a reasonable man, came to the fort asking for reparations. They found the body of your priest, and you had disappeared with the other young folk. They blamed us, threatening reprisals. His attitude was so aggressive that one of the soldiers killed him. It was wrong, but your chief shouldn't have said all that. The next day, the war started. We suffered many losses. But, of course, in the end, we won. I believe that a few survivors went south, but I don't know anything else.
Do you realize, Captain, that this entire tragedy was provoked by the kidnapping of these young people? A crime that was perpetuated by our nation. It's an abominable massacre. A shame for which the Alliance must bear the responsibility.
We weren't involved in the kidnapping. It didn't do us any good, that's for sure. But tensions were already running high. The islanders from the village were implicated in some sordid business. My men were on edge.
How do you expect me to allow you to continue breathing air to what?
To arms!
Let's show them what we're made of!
Enough! Please! I never wanted any of this. I beg you.
After what you've done to my people, don't expect mercy from me.
Hey lads, we're finally gonna have some fun!